What's up, guys? Hey, I'm Dustin Ibarra.
And I'm Greg Baldwin.
And we're podcasting.
Yeah!
Yeah, man. Welcome to Good Things Are Happening.
Man, it's good to be here.
Good things are happening, dude.
It's awesome, dude.
It's
awesome,
exciting.
Man.
This is awesome because, like, we're doing this podcast and, like, good things are happening. And then it's like, I feel like we manifested this kind of. What's up, guys? Yeah, welcome to Good Things Are Happening. I am Dustin Ibarra, and I'm joined with my buddy,
Greg Baldwin. What's going on? How are you?
Greg Baldwin. How are you doing, Greg?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Yeah, you feeling pretty good?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, I'm at, okay, so here's where I'm at with I'll do my check-in. Here's where I'm at. Things slowed down. I had a real big rush of shows and big events. I was in the Netflix is a Joke Festival. All these big things were happening. And then it went to zero.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And so I didn't do any shows for like 2 weeks. And I'm like, that it's putting into question those self-doubts. Is my career over? Am I going to ever amount to anything? It's, you know, maybe this wasn't the path for me. All those negative self-doubt questions. And I think it's given me an opportunity for growth and to learn how to be okay when it's not,
when things aren't going the way that you think that they should be going, when in fact they might be going exactly how they should be going.
And then it's funny because I just saw a thing that enjoy. I forget who told me this, but enjoy when you don't have anything going on.
Oh, I love, bro. I know what you're talking about because, like, I've been kind of like, you know, my life kind of like picked back up and like things are happening. I've been working like every single day, man, you know, and it's like comedy work. So it's not like, I'm not like a plumber, you know, no offense towards plumbers, you know, thank you for your service, but I'm not like out there, you know, unclogging toilets. Like, it's comedy work. It's not really like that bad, you know, it's not manual. Like, I kind of just sit there and try to write jokes, work on my set, gotta do a podcast, gotta run over here, do a spot. It's been a lot of that lately, you know, and I like those little breaks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it kind of goes against like things that I was taught and things, because, you know, if you look at these if you look at any like motivational thing, it's like, you go get it, go, always go. There are no off days. There's no this. And it's like, okay, that's cool. But is that really sustainable? Yeah. And look, I'm not Michael Jordan. Okay. Sure, I've got a gambling problem, but I'm not, I'm not Michael Jordan. Okay. Sure, I play great defense. You know, I can dunk a ball, but I'm not Michael Jordan, man. So
the Michael Jordan of comedy.
I'm not Michael Jordan of anything. I'm the Michael Jordan of nachos. That's what I am. Pizza. Yeah, I'm the Michael Jordan pizza.
Hot dogs.
No, but it's like, because my whole life I was always into like, do it. You got to be the best. You got to do this. You got to do that. And it's like, if I'm doing all those things, I feel like I'm missing out on life sometimes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why I like those days off, you know? I like it, you know, because even on a day off, what's cool about comedy is a joke can come to you, you know? Yeah. So it's like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's like, that makes sense, like appreciating when you don't have to go.
And having downtime is okay. You know?
It's okay.
Here's where I get into trouble. If I have downtime and I lay around my house and I don't do anything, that, you know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with binging a Netflix show or something like that. That's okay. Yeah. But if I'm just sitting around and I'm not doing anything and then I start eating bad food and a lot of sugar and then I'm worried about myself and I'm thinking that's not a healthy plan for me. So last night I actually wrote down all these 25 things. I think I talked about it previously, but I wrote down 25 things where that are good, that make me feel good, that aren't negative, like sugar and whatever, all the negative things.
The way we do sugar. Yeah.
So a lot of those things were about my recovery program: meditation, prayer, service work, going to meetings, you know, walking people through the steps, speaking in jails. A lot of those main things that I've been given for tools to make me feel better through the program. But then there's a lot of outside things too. Yeah. And I like to walk the zoo.
You love walking the zoo, my friend.
Love walking the zoo with the mandrills and the gorillas. Walking the beach, listening to music.
Music, that's a big one. That kind of music kind of came back into my life lately. Yeah. I started listening to, because I got what is it, Apple Music.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started like listening to music again, and music puts you in a good mood. It really affects my emotions a lot, you know?
Yeah.
We got good music. We're in 2024. Think about all the like back in the day. If you live like in the cowboy times, there were like 3 songs. You know what I'm saying? There was like, hey, play that one about the gals in there. You know, like no, play that. You didn't have a lot of music. I feel like
a guy in a saloon in the bar.
Yeah, that saloon guy. No, play that one about the lady who dies in the mine shaft. You know.
Yeah, we do have a lot of options.
We have a lot of options, man. Clementine, that was the one.
Yeah, Clementine.
Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling.
And then we had on Matt Pinfield, who's a master of music in a previous episode that talked about music. And
he was a big music guy.
Music is good. Music is powerful. And also, I do a form of meditation called transcendental meditation.
You do. You love your transcendental meditation.
But I also found on occasion, I went onto YouTube and I found out positivity, like positive affirmations. And I found like these 20-minute positive ones that reinforce positivity and stuff.
Okay.
Has been helpful. But also things like cleaning my house, vacuuming, cleaning my car.
Yeah.
I bought a steam cleaner. And I have a steam cleaner now.
You love your steam cleaner. I hear about your steam cleaner like almost daily. You know, you've asked me, you're like, you want to borrow my steam cleaner? I'm like, Greg, that's a personal thing. I don't want to touch another man's steam cleaner.
You want to clean my steam?
How do steam cleaners work? You just put some.
So what you do is you put in hot water, and then there's soap on one side, and it's like a vacuum. You just use it like a vacuum.
Sounds like witchcraft to me.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's amazing because then I walk around barefoot, and the carpet's kind of wet, and it's all clean.
You do that thing where you walk around, but because you don't want to dirty it up now. Yeah.
But that makes me feel good too. Call my parents.
Mm-hmm.
You and I talk on the phone a lot. There's all these other things that help me with my mental health. The reality of life is sometimes life is difficult.
Yeah.
And good things happen and bad things happen. But I'm trying to get better when nothing's happening to be positive and do positive things. The worst thing for me is to sit around and think about myself. So I made a list of 25 things. So I have a pathway out of depression that can help.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at now. But then, as soon as I had that down period and I started questioning myself, I booked the next SNL show. I booked 5 shows in Spokane, Washington.
And then you're going to be busy again. And then you're going to be like, oh, God, I just want to chill.
Yeah, I'm co-headlining Cobb's Comedy Club in San
that's
Francisco.
A legendary comedy club.
I'm doing Laugh Factory, Covina on Thursday. So I'm not, doing 3 to 5 shows a week now, but
you're doing Laugh Factory Covina Thursday?
Yeah.
Who's there?
Daryl Hammond.
Oh, okay.
Daryl Hammond, Jimmy Shin.
Yeah.
And so that's good. So that's where I'm at. I'm trying to figure out. There's a study done. I've talked about it before that, I want to increase the neural pathways. I remember we talked about it with Frankie Quinones because he's like, oh, floating, the neural pathways.
Yeah.
The neural pathways where I have more positivity and focus less on the negative and focus more on the positive.
Yeah.
So, and that's where I'm at my
that was another one of those old songs. Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative.
Yeah, I mean, it's all like stereotypical things to do to feel better, but they work.
They do work. They do work. And you know what? That's the thing. Like I try to do action now to feel better. Like so many times before, I would just lay there in my self-pity. Oh, I feel bad. Life sucks. I'm depressed. This happened, that happened, that happened. It's like if I'm just not doing anything, nothing's going to change. You know? So I feel like, you're right. You got to take some action.
But I'll tell you, man, I've known you since your whole sobriety. And you remember, it's like every other day we would talk on the phone and you'd be miserable, depressed. You're, drinking will help me. And, all that drug, maybe I should drink. I'm not as good. You were really in that negative area.
Yeah.
And now over the past, a year and a half?
Yeah, more than that.
More than a year and a half. Those days are far and few between.
Oh yeah, I'm not even close to a drink or a drug, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like aware like that it's like in me, you know, that feeling. But it's like, if something bad happens, that's not even a solution to my problem. It's like just not there.
Yeah.
You know, you maybe think about it for a split second. You're like, oh yeah, that would burn my life down pretty quick.
But yeah, I mean, you know, take away the drugs and the alcohol. I've seen you grow as a person because you're not reveling in the negative.
Oh, thanks, man.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, reveling in the negative, it doesn't get anything done. It doesn't help anyone.
Yeah.
It just hurts things, you know.
Yeah. So you have a bunch of shows coming up. You're going on tour for three
Detroit,
weeks.
Chicago, New York, Maui, going to a bunch of different spots, man.
That's 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out there, which is really cool, dude. It's really cool, because that was not happening before, and you know, it's like one of those things. You get things back. You know, it's what they always talk about. You just get life is happening now.
Yeah.
Something really crazy happened the other day. I don't know if you know my whole like family situation that well.
A little bit.
Okay, so my dad, so the person who I thought was my dad, his name is Mario Ibarra.
Wow.
Yeah, and he left when I was probably like 8 or 9, hadn't heard from him or anything. And I was really sad. I remember when this happened too. I was at my mom dropped me off at a McDonald's to meet him. I went inside and he never showed up. So I was just in this McDonald's and just sad. And and then I was like, this guy doesn't love me. What's going on? And then that's when my mom told me, listen, Mario, he isn't really your dad. It's this other guy's named Cervantes. Another Mexican dude, which that's cool because I was like, that would have sucked if you change your race all of a sudden, especially material wise.
Yeah.
Like, God damn.
Yeah, you'd have to keep that. You'd have to keep it hush hush.
Yeah, so it's this other Mexican dude, and I remember I talked to him on the phone when I was like like 11, 12, something like that, and I talked to him, and I was like, we had like one conversation. I remember he sent me like a $50 Walmart gift card, but then I called back and his wife answered the phone. It was like, if you want to talk to him, you need a lawyer, you know? And I was just like, that devastated me as a kid, you know? Because I didn't, you know, I was living in a really chaotic, it wasn't always chaotic, but there was chaotic things would happen in my house, you know? And so I kind of went this whole time, like, I've always thought about, man, I'd like to reach out to those people. I'd like to find this other part of my family. And I remember my mom told me I had like a sister out there. But I always felt this like missing thing. So last night, for some reason, I've been thinking about this a lot lately, you know, and I was like, I want to reach out to this side of the family. I want to find out who these people are.
Yeah.
And like a couple of years ago, this guy hit me up online saying that he was my uncle. And it was when I was like really in my like drinking and stuff, and it set me off. I was like, because I remember it was more than 2 years ago, but I was on this TV show at the time, and I remember thinking, I was like, oh, you're only reaching out to me because I'm on this and this, and it was like, it was stupid, and I kind of was like, I don't want to talk to this side of the family, and I really regretted that.
Yeah,
because it was just in the moment of my heavy like alcoholism, and I regretted it. I was like, I feel like I missed out on this whole family, and I was just full of rage, you know, just full of like, how could you guys do that? Now you're showing up. What about when I needed you, you know?
Yeah.
So what I did last night is I reached out to these people on Facebook. I reached out to him. I was like, hey, you know, because I didn't remember like all what I told him, but I was like, hey, man, I just want to let you know things were crazy.
Yeah. And
I gave him my number. I was like, I would really like to talk to you. And that was like, he said he was my uncle, you know? So my girlfriend fiance, she did some research, and she found other members of the family, and found out I have a sister. And it's so crazy because you look at these people, you start looking, and it's like they look like you. It's like this whole like weird, like, wow, this is out there. I have a whole, and it makes me like happy, you know? Whereas before, when I wasn't sober, I wasn't just like, I had a lot of resentment towards these people. Like, why didn't you, where were you, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know what was going on in their lives. So I found these people. I found the sister, the brother, and another brother.
Wow.
Or I think it was just a brother and a sister. And my dad, Cervantes, he is not. I didn't find. He doesn't have a Facebook. I don't think.
Okay.
But how we found it out was there was this obituary for, I guess, one of my cousins, which is really sad. She committed suicide, and I was reading this obituary, and it pretty much said the whole family, survived by dad, who's this brother. So they lived on a ranch in there's this ranch in South Texas. And my mind just starts going to all these places like, I could have been a cowboy,
Yeah.
and just it's just telling stories about how they would make tamales, and it just got me got a little emotional last night. And I was like, this is something I've always wanted to do. I'm gonna reach out to these people. So I reached out to the uncle, and then I reached out to the sister and the brother. And I would love to just meet them and talk to them, maybe have a relationship if they're down with it. But I don't know. I don't know what they think about me. I don't know if they're like, who's this? This guy's a nut in LA, who is he? Am I gonna just doing all this just to feel rejected again? And because your mind starts going to places like, I'll go hang out and they'll come to my show and it'll be cool and this will happen and that'll happen and I'll have this whole other family that I never got. And so I messaged. Let me see if she wrote back, because I messaged. Tell me if this is a good message.
Yeah, okay.
This is what I put to her. Okay, she hasn't written back. I said, hey, this may sound crazy, but I think you are my sister. Smile, laughing emoji. Didn't hear anything back. So I'm just kind of I'm waiting to see what happens.
Wow.
It feels like a job interview or something.
Yeah.
Because I've always wanted to know these people, and if it happens, it happens, man. If it doesn't, I've got a great life.
Did you reach back out to the uncle, the guy that said so? That was Cervantes' brother.
Yeah, I did. I messaged him,
and did he get back to you yet?
He didn't get back to me yet,
Okay.
but he added me as a friend on Facebook. Like, hey, Mike, I just want to reach out. It's been a crazy few years. Would love to talk to you. Hit me up whenever. Dustin left him my phone number.
When did he add you?
And I never even talked to him. We messaged a little bit. This is probably 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago.
When did he add you on Facebook?
Today.
Today?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I'm just what's going to happen here? I don't know what they're thinking. It's crazy though. Do you want to see the sister?
Yeah.
See a picture of her?
This is like a murder mystery, dude.
It is a murder mystery,
right?
It's a big murder mystery.
It's like we could do a whole episode on this on family.
Yeah, she just got married. She has a wife, which that's pretty wild.
Wow. So you have a gay brother and a gay sister.
Yeah, kind of.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And a gay best friend.
Not yet, but you never know what the future holds.
There's all these pictures with her with other people, but you can tell, the nose. We got the same nose and stuff. Oh, that's her.
Whoa.
Yeah,
you do have the same nose.
I know. Dude, it's so weird whenever you look at. So I've been looking through everyone in the family and just oh my God.
Have you done 23andMe or what's the other one?
I did do 23andMe a while back, but no one's really on there. It showed some stuff, but I wasn't and I reached out to people on there, but they didn't hit me up.
Did it show? Because now, maybe if you go back, what was the other one? There's 23andMe and then there's
Ancestry.
Ancestry.com.
Yeah.
Maybe you should do both.
Yeah.
And then that will clue you in, because then because other people that do their DNA, it will link you to them.
Yeah.
So you'll know who's your cousins and your brothers and your sisters. Yeah. You should do both. That'll help piece together the mystery.
This is crazy though, bro. So that's what happened last night, and I was just whoa, what's gonna happen here?
You know, it's amazing. It's because you grew up without a father, not knowing who your father was. You thought it was Ibarra, but now it could be Cervantes.
Mm-hmm.
And
this is a big family too.
Now now you're sober.
Yeah.
And you're piecing your life back together, and you're putting together the puzzle.
Yeah.
Of who you are, why you're here. Who your family is, and reconnecting, the pieces of the puzzle.
What if we go out to eat and we order the same thing, like at the same time? You know, it's like, yeah, I'll have a Diet Coke. What?
Were you in Texas? Are they in Texas?
They're in Texas. They're in South
What
Texas.
if like you guys were like at the mall and like she was like walking by and you like bent over to grab something and then you guys missed each other and like
but then I was like, oh, what's up, hottie? That's like a big fear too. I want to make sure,
she's walking out of the bathroom, you're walking in, your paths are just always crossing each other, but never connecting. This is fascinating, man.
It's pretty insane, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like,
this is good for you.
I think so, right? Like it's good because I'm in a place now where I'm not gonna go all, oh my god, like,
dude. Forget about the rejection stuff like that. Those are old ideas from your father not being around when you were a kid, and then you thought your father, the Ibarra, wasn't around, but he probably wasn't around because he wasn't your biological father. And then maybe there was something, you never know what people are going through.
Should I change my last name, you think?
No,
Okay.
No, because you're in the public eye now. You got to keep the last name.
I'm in the public eye.
Well, you spent all this time developing Dustin Ibarra.
I know,
And then all of a sudden you're Dustin Cervantes.
I learned how to pronounce it and everything.
People like message you like, hey, this guy, Dustin Cervantes is stealing your jokes, dude.
Like, what? Andrew, look.
Yeah, he looks just like you, man.
Yeah, so that's a trip. We'll see what happens. We'll keep it updated on the podcast for sure. Let you know what's going on there.
We should do periodic episodes. This should be a series.
A series of like, okay.
This should be like a series of what's going on. We do mini episodes of what's going on with your family life as you reconnect with people.
Oh yeah, then we can have them on the podcast.
Yes.
Listen, we're going to fly you out to... Okay, you're going to fly yourself out to LA.
Yes. No. By that time, our podcast is going to be so huge. We'll fly him out.
Spirit Airlines.
Spirit, no. First class. No, not first class.
Whoa, come on.
Coach. But aisle or window seat.
Okay, that's nice.
Wow, that's amazing, dude.
Yeah, it felt like it's got this cool, like, I'm trying to think what you said earlier, like murder mystery, like, yeah, you try to piece things together and it's like, ooh, this person,
Yeah.
And in your mind you think they're really cool and you just hope it's like, please don't be an asshole,
Yeah, stay out of the negativity.
Yeah.
Stay out of the rejection and all that stuff.
I feel like Jon Snow, bro. Remember Game of Thrones? Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm coming back for my kingdom. Gotta ride a dragon.
Yeah, we gotta.
What if? Because they own a ranch. Like, what if I just know how to ride a horse? For some reason, I just know. Whoa! And they're like, what? No one's ever tamed that horse before. Like, how did he know? Like,
there's, what's fascinating is that there's probably so much in your background and your family tree that you've yet to discover.
Oh my God. See, and that's another thing I want to know too. I want to know, like, it's a good thing to know like health issues and stuff. Like, what if everyone in our family dies at the age of something? And,
yeah. Or they live until their 90s.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Right? Yeah. Or what if your great grandfather was a court jester?
Oh my God, yeah.
And you're like, no wonder, dude, I'm a comedian. Right?
Yeah, what if they're like, there's another comedian in the family? Yeah. I wouldn't like that. I'd be like, hey, okay, I don't want to talk to you guys.
You start competing with them.
Yeah. No, but I wonder about that, dude. It's like, let's figure out what's going on here.
Yeah.
So now I'm just waiting for this. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they reach out. If not, it's all good. Yeah.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Yeah,
I almost think, today's episode was just you and I. And I almost think we should just end it on this right here. And I think we should I think this should be an ongoing mini episodes of what's going on with your family.
Okay. I kind of like that.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we could just do little mini episodes of what's going on with your family tree and you've connected and what happened when you connected with them. And
oh, yeah.
Right?
That's good. I that would interest me. I don't know.
No, it's fascinating,
It's fascinating.
And then I can, interview on what it was like, the emotions that you're going through.
Okay.
How do you actually, feel right now about it? If you were to describe the feelings that you're going through.
Nervous, butterflies, yeah, kind of like the same as like a job, you're just waiting to hear back on an audition. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It feels kind of cool because I think on that side of the family, I think I'm the firstborn.
Whoa.
Went from a middle child to a firstborn. I got upgraded, you know?
So one sister, any brothers, do you know?
One brother.
One brother, one sister. And then you have another brother, two brothers on the other side, on your mom's side, right?
Yeah.
But she got remarried.
Yes.
And then so you got two half brothers on that side.
Two half brothers, two half brother, half sister.
So are you the firstborn on this side
on the dad's side? I think maybe. Okay. I don't know though. I don't know. Okay. Maybe not.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Because you're going to find out.
It's like a soap opera.
This is great.
Yeah, dude.
This is really cool, man.
Yeah.
We just came out and we're like, let's just see what happens, just you and I. And then all of a sudden we discovered this whole new area for us to
yeah. Maybe we can do something with you too. Do you have any illegitimate kids out there? You want to like
none that I know about.
Okay. Well, if you think that Greg Baldwin might be your father, call into the podcast 1-800 Good Things Are Happening. I'd
be stoked if there was a kid. I had a kid that I didn't know about. Especially if he was like 23. Yeah, and I didn't have to pay for him anymore.
Oh man,
they'd be like, "Oh, yeah. Dude, all right." I'm like, "You're all grown up. I don't have to pay anything."
Oh,
dude.
That's cool.
I'm like, yeah, now I get all the benefits of.
What if he's like Stephen Curry? Steph Curry. What if he's like a kid like that? He's in the NBA.
That'd be awesome. And then he wants to buy me a new house and stuff.
That's what I want. I'm like, ooh, there's a lot. You guys got to give me some birthday gifts.
Yeah, you're back due, man. You're out some birthdays and some Christmas gifts and stuff.
Yeah, big family.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I think we should just end the episode there, and we'll just make this a mini series of, and we'll do many episodes of what's going on with your family.
And I can see the cover too. It's a silhouette of a figure, and it's like Dustin's dad with a question mark on it.
We'll piece together the family tree.
Oh, each episode we piece
together. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a murder. It's like the murder mystery. It's a family. Dustin Ibarra / Cervantes family mystery, and then reconnecting. And you know what? We could do an episode if we do so many episodes on this. We could do, like you said, we could do some episodes as you reconnect with your family. What if your first reconnection is we do an episode?
Oh, we do an episode?
Yeah, like with your reconnection with their first time.
Oh, yeah. Get them on the phone. Hey, this is being recorded. I'm sure they'd love that.
That'd be awesome, man. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
All right, cool. So stay tuned for Dustin Ibarra's family
happened.
mystery being solved. And thanks for tuning in. And this is exciting.
This is exciting. I kind of hogged it a little bit.
No, who cares? I don't care about that, dude.
Okay.
You know what I love about our podcast, dude? It's like you and I are never like trying to fight for anything or stories or whatever. We're always like trying to pass
Maybe
the ball.
on your end. I'm always like, okay, I got to cut them off. Yeah, you need more airtime.
We're both very respectful.
We are.
Dude.
We are.
You know, we're always passing the ball. Like in improv, they say pass the ball. Pass the ball.
Zip, zap, zope or whatever.
Zip, zap, zop. Yeah, zip, zap, zop. Zip, zap,
God,
zop.
improv's so silly.
It is.
Did you ever take improv?
I did. I studied with the Groundlings, and I studied with.
You studied with okay.
I did 2 classes at the Groundlings and 5 classes at UCB.
Yeah,
and I was on an improv.
Oh
team.
Wow!
I was on an improv team with Ego Woden on SNL.
Oh, okay.
Before and she took off, and
yeah,
here I am.
I took a UCB improv class.
It was good.
Yeah, it was expensive. I remember thinking
like
it was good, but
now.
I remember I had to miss a class because I booked a movie. I booked a part in like TED 2.
Oh, nice.
And they're like, listen, we're going to have to fail you if you miss a class. And I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm going to do my movie.
I'm like, you're gonna back out of TED 2.
I think I graduated, guys. This is crazy.
That's awesome, dude. You'd be great in improv.
It's fun.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks,
and
guys.
Stay tuned for more information about Dustin's family tree.
Ooh, what's going to happen?
If you have any thoughts or comments or whatever, you can email us. Go to the website, goodthingspod.com, and send us a message. You can send a message to Dustin. You can also find Dustin at what's your Instagram?
Dustin_Ibarra.
Yeah, and you can send a message.
Maybe Cervantes, though. We might be changed. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. And if you are part of Dustin's extended family on the Cervantes side and you see this podcast, send us a message, connect. We'd love to have you on as a guest.
Oh, my God. It's out there now.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thanks, guys. That was awesome. I'm Dustin Ibarra.
I'm Greg Baldwin.
Find us on social media and on the web at goodthingspod.com.
You can also find us on Instagram and YouTube at Good Things Are Happening Podcast.
We're on Patreon. Sign up because we're going to have some cool stuff on there.
Like really, really, really cool stuff.
So dope, we can't even talk about it yet. And remember, when life gets you down, good things are happening.
Good things are happening. Help somebody.